We will be bringing you the traffic update a little later, but now we are discussing police matters as schools across Namibia prepare to reopen on Monday. That is the 14th of July. Now the nation is bracing for increased road traffic and heightened travel activity with high volumes of private and public transport expected between the 7th and the 13th of July. The Namibian Police Force has launched a nationwide back-to-school road safety awareness campaign. Now, joining us to discuss this timely initiative and how we can collectively reduce road accidents is the Lieutenant General Joseph Shikongo, who is the Inspector General of the Namibian Police Force. Good morning, General, and thank you so much for being here.
Yes, good morning, Lago. Good morning, NBC. Good morning, viewers.
This campaign is obviously not the first of its kind, but please talk to us about the importance of this campaign during this period.
Lago, the importance of the Back to School road safety campaign is critical because of we have already registered quite a number of accidents since the beginning of this year, and we feel as a law enforcement we can make a difference in educating our people, and not only the community but also our own officers, to ensure that their presence, their visibility along our roads and also in our city, just to ensure that people are educated. We have an understanding that it's so very important to travel safely from one destination to the other. You recall that this time around, a capital like Windhoek is very quiet, has been quiet, because everybody has traveled. And obviously, people are starting coming back, so we are preparing for the school to start on Monday. And one of the issues that we want also to, that we have launched is actually to sensitize the people to kick off early, start coming back. Not everybody will start moving on Sunday because the roads will be full.
Yeah.
So we have already encouraged the people to start working, to start moving as from the 7th. At least those who are late should be on the 13th.
Yeah. You've also instructed your traffic unit commanders to enforce some nationwide safety measures. What are these safety measures and how are they going to be implemented?
So we have in our 14 regions, we have what we call the community affairs officers, and they've been directed to be on platform such as radios and TVs to talk to the people in even languages that community understand, both obviously official and also the local languages. It's really just to sensitize our community that they should start kicking off early as they are returning to their destinations.
Yeah.
And also to make sure that the issue of alcohol, drinking and driving to the road users, not because this campaign is not only targeting the parents or school kids, it's also targeting the road users that are transporting the community or children from one area to the other. So we put up some message, such as ensuring that the drivers that are behind the wheels are not drunk while they are driving. We are also focusing on speed to make sure that people are not speeding. We are also focusing on the roadworthy of the vehicles, city belt, speaking on the cell phone while driving. So those are some of the measures that we are looking at. And obviously, the traffic officers, they've been directed to ensure that they are on public roads.
Yeah.
Their presence is not there to fine people, but indeed it's more deterrent. But those who will be caught violating the law, definitely the law will apply. I think those are some of the measures that we put in place.
Yeah. Now, of course, when it comes to road accidents or that are caused by reckless driving, sometimes this involves also public transport, and considering that these learners will be returning back to their destinations of schooling, they might be making use of public transport. And if a public transport driver is having disregard and disobeying to the road rules and traffic rules, what can the passengers on this public transport do to ensure their safety?
So the passengers, one of the issues that we provided the numbers our emergency numbers, the telephone number of the head of traffic law enforcement. Even my own number is a public number, it's owned by the community members.
Yeah.
That means should you find yourself in a public transport which is being driven inconsiderate, so you can communicate to us, you can call us immediately. We have our roadblocks. We can even, we have got also emergencies where we can be just called and immediately dispatch vehicles that obviously will intercept that particular vehicles and make sure that all the measures, either testing a driver to ascertain whether this inconsiderate is caused by drunkenness or by fatigue. So we have some intervention measures that we put in place.
Now, in a case where a driver is apprehended, what happens to the passengers on this transport?
Well, in most cases when we apprehend a drive, we actually take responsibility of ensuring that we try to assist the community can get into the next safest transport that's available. So it is really, because of resources, we will not be able to take these people, but what we will try is just to ensure that we try to get another transport that is that's probably going to the same direction or the same destinations.
There's also another issue, Inspector General, that involves, this time when learners have to travel back to their destinations of schooling, where at these bus stations, there's always sometimes chaos, not always, but sometimes chaos where bus drivers or those that are responsible for, taking on the passengers are doing it roughly, grabbing their bags and forcing them into certain vehicles. Is this an area you're also looking at to ensure the safety of these passengers?
So at the loading bay, different loading bay throughout the country, our law enforcement is from the 7th. We already directed them to be at loading bay just to do a patrol and crime prevention measures, just to ensure that the chaos does not happen in those areas. And should we really find somebody, it actually fits the members of the public or the right. If your bag is torn or a bag is grabbed in indecent manner, so you have the right to actually to open a case, a criminal case. If your bag is damaged, you can open a case of malicious damage to property. So, but what we are trying to do is really to have our members who boots on the ground, just to ensure that they are patrolling and assist the community in the areas where the loading bay of these communities are found in the country, so that chaos does not happen. And obviously, the law enforcement, we will not hesitate to arrest those that are causing chaos at different loading bay.
Yeah. This is also a time where scammers really take advantage of this moment to rob off these learners when they are returning to school, because they know that, of course, their bags are probably packed with their stationaries or their electronics that they might be needing at school, some money to go and pay their fees at schools. So what advice do you have for them to make sure that they keep their items safe and also protect themselves in the surroundings that they are as they are catching these public transports to their destinations?
So the advice that we are giving to our communities, to the learners, is that please let us not give your property to somebody. Even if somebody is saying, let me keep your property while you are going to register there, please resist, refuse that. And report those that are trying to do this scamming. Let us report to them. And we are also calling in organizations that are responsible for regulating the movement of transport, such as NAPTA and many others, also to be on the site, just to ensure that they are also regulating the prices, because this is the time also when the commuters are really increasing very heavy prices on the students. So we are calling them upon that's really indeed beyond our control. But should they report that there are people who are demanding more money, yes, the law enforcement can also be there, intervene, although perhaps we might not have an absurd solution, but I would try to consult the stakeholders that are in charge of regulating the transportation in the country, including the Ministry of Works and Transport. We can call them. We have the number of the ED. We have the numbers of the executive from the ministry. We can also actually request them to intervene whenever there are those people who wanted to rob people in one way or the other.
What is the importance of collaboration? Because you've now touched on some of these stakeholders. Of course, we know that the learners are a stakeholder here, parents, the regulators of public transport, and the Ministry of Transport that you're speaking about. What is the importance of this to ensure a success of a campaign such as this one?
For you to succeed, the stakeholders' cooperation is very critical in any situation, more particularly when it comes to the planning, and for us to navigate through this journey of bringing all these children or these people to school is only when we have that collaboration. Because the importance of collaboration, what the Namibian police is not able to do, because we have the mandate, something might happen which is beyond the mandate of the police, but obviously will be within the mandate of the Minister of Works, or will be within the mandate of the Bus and Tax Association of Namibia, or any other stakeholder that has got that responsibility. Therefore, it's very important for us to work together. It's not advisable that we work in silos, but we need to work as a team for the betterment of our country and the improvement of the movement of our people.
As we conclude our conversation, General, what is your message to the Namibians at large that are watching regarding this nationwide back-to-school campaign?
My message really, I will be, as an organization, we will be very happy if people's school starts on Monday and beyond, and then we don't get any report on accident. So, and that can only happen if all of us can work together. If the drivers or the road users really can change their mindset, because most of the accidents are happening as a result of human error, or because of negligence, because of fatigue, because of drunken driving, because of so many other unroadworthy vehicles. Those are the causes of accident. Therefore, we just need to make sure that people must rest well on time and people wake up well on time so that they are not rushing. I know people will be rushing. You want to go from Gateman Shop, you drop people and you need to go and pick up again. If you want it really to work in that manner, in that fashion, your road must be, your vehicle must be roadworthy. And number two, at least you must be two drivers. If one driver comes, the other driver should take over the driving. I think those are the issues that we need to look at. And then generally, the people of Namibia, the Namibian Police Force is engaging the community. This is what we call community policing philosophy, where we are engaging our community. We've got our neighborhood watch, we have our men and women network, we have our youth against crime, we have our police reservists, and Nampol itself, and then we have got the traffic, the municipal traffic services, and so many other stakeholders that are working on road safety. So let us work together and let us make Namibia a safe place for all.
Thank you so much, General, for being here, and we wish the campaign a success. And as you said, that no road accidents will be experienced as these learners return to their schools.
It is my pleasure, and have a great day.
Thank you.
And obviously, a great weekend.
Oh, thank you very much, General. Same to you.
Thank you.
Well, that was a conversation with Lieutenant General Joseph Shikongo, who is the Inspector General of the Namibian Police, just giving us an overview of the nationwide back-to-school road campaign that the Namibian Police has embarked on, as learners are expected to return to schools next week. We will be back with a traffic update. Stay tuned.